This is the tough love approach. People forget, tough love is love, right? If we love our community, if we love our people, then we're going to hold accountable and then make them go through these treatment programs. And like I said up there, people call me all the time and they want me to keep their loved one in jail. And essentially, I'm mandated by the court. When the court says release the person, I have to release them.
Okay, Sheriff Honsal, thank you for being here
Yeah,
today.
no problem.
I wanted to know what you thought about the impact to the jail population. If this
Yeah.
may put us over the top with capacity, like, do you have concerns about capacity?
So right now there's space in the jail. We have a 417 bed jail. Right now we're hovering about 280 people. So there's room in our jail right now. And we have the same amount of people that work the jail, whether or not there's 280 or 417. So there is space available. Now, once someone is in custody in jail, there's options that we can do as far as we can provide opportunities for them to go out into a treatment program, the Sheriff's Work Alternative Program. There's a lot of things that we can mandate when someone is in custody. And also, there's an important aspect of things. If someone that is involved in this law, if they are drug addicted, if there are multiple offenses for drug addiction, and they turn out that they choose jail over treatment, there's treatment programs in the jail. We have a medication-assisted treatment program in the jail. We have mental health treatment. We have counseling services. All these things are a part of the jail now. It is, we want to provide, basically corrective measures in the facility. It's not about punishment. It's about correcting behaviors, correcting things that got them into custody. And so that's really, so we have room.
Yeah. Would you call this like a tough love approach?
I would definitely call it a tough love approach. That's what it's all about. For me, as far as discipline goes, discipline is tough. But you know what? If anyone has kids, they know, right? You have to be able to discipline your kid. If you don't discipline your kid and hold them accountable, man, they're a wild child and they make terrible decisions. So you have to have consequences. You have to have discipline. And so this is the tough love approach. People forget, tough love is love, right? If we love our community, if we love our people, then we're going to hold accountable and then make them go through these treatment programs. And like I said up there, people call me all the time and they want me to keep their loved one in jail. And essentially, I'm mandated by the court. When the court says release the person, I have to release them.
Yeah.
And so we've had people in our community that have been in our jail, a judge has ordered them released, and next thing you know, they're gone. They've died. They've done it. They've made a decision that really has ruined the course of their life, when they really should have been in jail, where they could have had treatment, where they could have been, they could have gotten on the right road.
If you have somebody who's been picked up either for theft or maybe public intoxication, something like that, what is their experience if they happen to be high as a kite and they need to detox? What does that look like?
Right. So right now, someone who is just there for detox. So they're high on drugs, they're high on alcohol, they're drunk on alcohol. Basically, it's a misdemeanor offense, and so they get incarcerated into jail. They go through a sobering cell essentially. So it's 4 to 6 to 8 hours, whatever it takes to get them, quote, sober enough to walk out and to make it and care for themselves.
So that's what we generally hear referred to as the drunk tank, right?
That is correct. If they're on probation or there's some kind of offense but they're violating, then it's basically just going to be there to sober up, and then they're going to walk out the door.
Okay.
And then at that point in time, with a court date, and so they'll have to go into court at a future time if the district attorney decides to prosecute.
How will it change with Prop 36?
Yeah.
Will that dynamic be different at all, or is that the same?
Yes, so it's going to be really different. So right now, someone commits multiple offenses for drug possession. It maintains a misdemeanor offense. So when you talk about a misdemeanor offense in our county, the courts oftentimes, they don't mandate jail. And so what they do is they mandate probation. And so someone reoffends, they say, you really need to get into a program. You're going to be on probation. And someone can say, fine, I'll do probation. I'm not going to do a program.
Right.
And they're going to stay on probation, and then if they reoffend, they're going to get put back on probation. There's no incentive for someone to actually go into drug treatment, so they're not going to do it.
I see.
And so we had a really good drug court program here in Humboldt County. I mean, it was so successful. People were showing up every day doing their drug treatment. I mean, it was a great program that really got a lot of people, but it came down to accountability, daily accountability with our drug court. And essentially it's still a live program, but there's very few participants because unless someone really wants to do it, they don't have to do it. And so that's the kind of thing that the court will bring back, and it'll mandate, and people will face severe consequences if they don't do the program, with the ultimate goal, getting off drugs, right?
So they are pressured to make the choice for treatment.
I would say so, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
absolutely. I mean, that's their option. Ultimately, it's going to be their option whether or not they want to do jail time or treatment. We hope that they do treatment because there's a lot of great programs here
Right.
in the county that could really, really help them out. But it's got to be a choice that they have. But oftentimes, we don't want to make that choice unless there's consequences over their head. So they're weighing state prison. I don't want to go to state prison. I don't want to be away from my kids. I'm going
Right.
to stay locally. I'm going to go through a program where I can still see my kids. I still have access to.
Right.
Yeah.
So, how many nurses or medical professionals does the jail employ, or how does that work? Do you
Yeah.
have a staff for that?
We do. So we contract services through WellPath, and WellPath is a private company that offers medical services. So we have all licensed nurses that do jail intake, that do the jail medical, where they're looking and reviewing everyone that's involved in that, and then making sure that everyone is has good vitals. If someone doesn't have the good vitals, or they or there's something wrong with them, they'll send them off to a hospital to get medically cleared before they come back.
Right.
But then we have, again, a full medical clinic in the facility to be able to deal with all their needs.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything else to add? I know it's been a good press conference, and we did live stream that for Redheaded
Great.
Black Belt.
Thank
so
you.
There's that. Anything to add?
I don't. I just really want to encourage people to vote yes on 36. When you look at the people that are supporting this ballot measure, this ballot proposition, it's really effective, and it's going to really make a difference here in our communities.
Okay, thank you,
Great.
Sheriff Honsal.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Your
All right,
time.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Vote yes on Prop 36.